Hello, good evening. Fire investigators say they will find out what started the devastating blaze at the Glasgow School of Art, but it could take some time. Fire crews are still at the scene and many roads in the area are expected to remain closed for the foreseeable future. Pauline McLean reports.
The first glimpse of the Macintosh after Friday's fire, filmed by MP Paul Sweeney, one of the first on site. Last time around, 90% of the structure survived. This time, it looks even more devastating.
I have every confidence, having visited the site, that there is a lot of reasons for optimism. The condition of the building was horrific, obviously, to see a building of such beauty ravaged in the way it was, but nonetheless, the degree of external destruction wasn't as bad as I'd feared.
Fire chiefs are confident they'll find out how the fire started, but they stress it's a complex operation which will take time.
Technology and expertise has developed over the years, and we will be able to piece together all the parts of this jigsaw. As I say, it will take time, but when we consider the vast array of information that we are able to collate, then we're certain that we will be able to get to a point where we are able to identify the cause of the fire and exactly what happened.
The building was in the midst of restoration and in the care of contractors who confirmed today that a fire safety strategy was in place, protecting those entering the site to work and alerting the authorities in the event of an outbreak of fire. They said it included smoke and heat detection, as well as 24-hour, 7-day-a-week security and fire warden patrols. Damage extends way beyond the MAC to neighbouring buildings, the O2 ABC music venue and the campus nightclub. And with the fire service still on site, a huge area of the city is closed down.
I think it's devastating for the whole of Sauchiehall Street, and especially all the small traders and bars and small pubs and sandwich shops, everybody. And I think if they suffered what we've suffered, with no communication and nobody can tell you anything and you don't know where to go.
Relief that no one was hurt has given way to anger and frustration that something so precious could be damaged a second time.
There are still many questions about why and how this fire started, and it's too early to say whether the Macintosh building can be saved. But for many people, it's vital that somehow this building survives.
It's too important to be left. It can't just come down. It has to, it's too many people across the world care for it.
Pauline McLean, reporting Scotland.
The family of a boy who died after he was crushed by a gravestone have won a 6-figure compensation payout from Glasgow City Council. 8-year-old Kieran Williamson was killed 3 years ago while playing with friends in Glasgow's Craigton Cemetery. A fatal accident inquiry found his death could have been avoided if safety precautions had been taken. The claim, which was settled out of court, will be split among a number of family members. The former Labour minister responsible for the convention at the heart of the devolution settlement has backed the UK government in a row over Brexit legislation. Lord Sewell told the BBC the scale of Brexit meant the UK Parliament should be able to proceed without consent. The Scottish Government is angry the withdrawal bill is proceeding despite Holyrood voting against it. Lord Sewell said the UK Parliament retained sovereignty and denied there was a constitutional crisis. The former television presenter John Leslie has gone on trial charged with sexually assaulting a woman when she was on her hen night at an Edinburgh nightclub. The alleged victim told Edinburgh Sheriff Court she'd been out with her friends at the Attic nightclub to celebrate her upcoming wedding. She alleges it was then that he put his hand down the back of her jeans. 53-year-old John Leslie denies the charge against him. Scotland's Cameron Norrie has been knocked out of the first round of the pre-Wimbledon event at Queen's Club. He was beaten in just 56 minutes in straight sets by Swiss 3-time Grand Slam champion Stan Wawrinka. And now let's get the weather with Christopher. Good evening.
Good evening, Laura. Thank you. Hello to you at home. Well, it's been fairly cloudy and cool for many of us today, but really quite blustery at times too, with frequent showers, and it's going to stay fairly breezy overnight tonight. Clear spells develop, showers hold on in the far north and northwest, and temperatures will dip to around 8 to 10 Celsius, perhaps colder than that though in the countryside. Tomorrow, low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, this weather front trapped in between, and it's going to bring a fair amount of cloud for us. We're also on the cold side of it, so another cool day for the middle of June. A bright start, but then clouds thickening across the south, pushing northwards. The further north that you are, holding on to some sunshine but equally a few showers. Still quite windy here, and temperatures around about the mid-teens for many, perhaps a touch warmer in the northeast, and then rain starting to push in from the Atlantic this time tomorrow night to give a fairly soggy night. Come first thing Wednesday, that rain quickly clears away to leave most places dry but cloudy. Showery outbreaks of rain though edging into the northwest. Temperatures in the mid-teens. That's the forecast for now.
Chris, thank you. And that's Reporting Scotland for now. Christopher and I will be back a bit later tonight after the late bulletin, just after 11 o'clock. Until then, from all of us here, have a great evening. See you later. Bye-bye.